Following the blowout loss, the Warriors got a great bounce-back win tonight, defeating the Miami Heat 123 to 110. And of course, the Heat are a good team. Going into this game, I wasn't feeling very confident, maybe not as confident as I did, in previous matchups with this team because, the Warriors, like I said, coming off a pretty embarrassing blowout loss to the Suns. And of course, Klay Thompson last game, pretty poor production from him, of course getting ejected, but also before that, going 1 of 8 on the floor. But tonight, I got to give Klay credit. He had a bounce-back game. He scored 19 points. And, without Klay, I feel like this, definitely wouldn't have been an easy win. Andrew Wiggins, also very impressive. 10 rebounds for the guy and 18 points, so he gets the double-double. Of course, Draymond Green had some nice assists and rebounds as well, and he had 10 points. And then Steph Curry, absolutely amazing game from him. I mean, always amazing from Curry, but tonight specifically, 33 points, 9 assists, and 7 rebounds. 7 rebounds sort of surprised me. Curry's not the biggest rebounder. So, yeah, solid win by the Warriors. This game was close till the end, but the Warriors pulled away in those final minutes. And so we got back in the win column. It was good to see. And, of course, we're going to go on a 5-game road trip. So to win at home in this last little home game before a road trip, it's good for the team's morale. And so that was good. We're going to play the Hornets next game. But, yeah, I think this was a pretty good win. Going into this, like I said, it was not a very confident matchup for me. I didn't think the Warriors would necessarily lose, but I think that, I wasn't feeling great about it. But I was actually surprised to see Draymond Green have a pretty good game. Obviously, when other guys have good games, I feel like Draymond sometimes holds back and doesn't have a great game. He did pretty good. His defense was good tonight. And, Andrew Wiggins was really the star. And, I think he had a very, very good game defensively. 2 turnovers and 4 fouls. But, he was very efficient on the floor. Plus 17, plus minus. I mean, that's very good from Andrew Wiggins. He, like I said, 5 for 10, 2 of 6 on threes, also had a steal, a block. So not bad. And then Kevon Looney, I forgot to mention him. Very efficient game. He had 7 points in 29 minutes. He went 3 for 5 shooting. And then, of course, James Wiseman, a guy that, we are expecting a big bounce-back year from after missing the entire last season. He had 10 points tonight in only 14 minutes. I mean, James Wiseman, he might not be making a huge impact in terms of what he's actually doing in terms of, scoring and whatnot, but when you add in the fact that James Wiseman is only playing, bench player minutes and scoring 10 points, it's not bad at all. So that was good to see. And then Jordan Poole, not as good of a game for Poole as last game. I feel like he still, he sort of, despite the blowout last game, had a pretty good game. And this game, he had 11 points, pretty humble game for him. But, I'll take it any day. I don't care who's scoring a lot. As long as we're winning, it's all that matters. Curry was great. Curry was making, shots that, seemed impossible that they would go in. I feel like that's every game. But, he led the team in points and assists, of course. And so, yeah, great game for the Warriors. I mean, going on the Heat side, Jimmy Butler, great game for him. 27 points. I mean, the Heat, like I said, great team. They were 1 win away from the NBA Finals last year. They're eager to make some noise in the East, and I think they're one of my favorites as an Eastern Conference, Finals contender. 26 points for Bam Adebayo, so it was really the Butler and Adebayo show. Adebayo made some clutch shots as well. I feel like when the Warriors were trying to pull away with the game, Adebayo or Butler would respond with a mid-range shot or a 3, and then they had some very good scoring inside. They had 12 points from Lowry, and they also had 14 from Max Strus. Other than that, no one else really made a splash. It was mostly those guys, but they were in this game. And so, yeah, JaMychal Green was a sort of a player that I didn't expect to have, an amazing game, given that he's sort of been a role player. Very efficient game for him. He only had 6 points, but he had 5 rebounds. Great defense from JaMychal Green. A block, turnover, 1 turnover, that was fine, and then 2 of 3 shooting. Pretty efficient game, and I really liked his production, his passing. And, yeah, very much a good game from some of the guys we didn't expect. And then there's, of course, the role players. But that's going to do it. The Warriors get back in the win column. It was a good win for us in our 5th game of the year, moving to 3-2. The Heat not having their best start to the season, but I'm sure they'll bounce back. So anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts on this win. I'll see you guys later. And, yeah, go Warriors.